Hey guys, Bryan Buhr with Berkshire Hathaway, and welcome to this edition of What Am I Signing? This is 1 year's worth of real estate transactions, a lot of paper. And with more and more forms being signed electronically, people need the opportunity to really learn about what they're signing. So hopefully these videos help. Let's get into today's form. For this episode of What Am I Signing, we're gonna go through the Minnesota Addendum to Purchase Agreement, talking about lead-based paint. So it seems kind of awkward to a lot of buyers and realistically sellers as well, that there's this kind of extra addendum talking about lead-based paint. So any house built before 1978 has to have this addendum accompany a purchase agreement. And so there's just a couple questions for the seller. Do you know any presence of lead-based paint? And the seller would mark yes or no. And if they do mark yes, is there records of this available for the buyer? And then the seller would mark yes or no. Realistically, 99.9% of sellers aren't going to know if there is lead-based paint in their house, and so they would mark no known presence. And realistically, the vast majority of buyers are probably going to just select, we've seen the disclosure, we are doing the waiver, we're not going to test for lead-based paint. Realistically, in my whole real estate career, I've had one or two people test for lead-based paint. Both of those came back negative. So not a scary form by any means, but it just seems awkward because to me personally, I feel like this should just be on the disclosure instead of something extra, but this is how Minnesota is doing it at this point. So that's how we're going to deal with it. So the second page is just kind of some signature page, and that's where the real estate agents also have to sign off and say, yep, we've provided this form, we've provided people, the lead info pamphlet, how to protect yourself from lead poisoning and stuff like that. So super, super easy form, but just want to give people a little heads up because it does, like I said, it seems like it should be a disclosure instead of part of the purchase agreement, but it's not. So if you have any specific questions, feel free to give me a call. My number is 218-850-2004. Thanks.